Is doomsday upon us? Is a giant planetary object heading towards us, unseen, and ready to snuff out life on Earth in an apocalyptic collision or near miss? While recent events may have you thinking of all sorts of extreme apocalyptic scenarios, in particular the film Contagion, whose eerie foreshadowing of recent events may have been debating the fantastic plots Hollywood has offered up over the years, the straight and narrow answer is no. The idea behind the Nibiru Cataclysm is simple. It talks about a large planetary object, often thought to be a hidden Planet X, interpreted by Nibiru, colliding or passing very close to Earth. The simplicity of the concept, fueled by Hollywood's profusion of disaster films dealing with the subject of unavoidable planetary collisions, is probably why the theory has managed to capture the imaginations of people and gain popularity as a doomsday prophecy that simply refuses to go away. So, here are 10 facts about the theory of the Nibiru Cataclysm that you should know about. But before we get into the facts, don't forget to like and subscribe to Super Freaky Science so that you never miss out on any of our cool videos. Now, let's jump straight into the facts about the Nibiru Cataclysm. Number 10. Started in 1995. The theory originated in 1995 with Nancy Lieder, founder of Zeta Talk, who claimed she had been contacted by grey extraterrestrials from the Zeta Reticuli star system, called Zetans. They communicated with her through an implant they placed in her brain. Lieder rose to fame with her refutation of the existence of the Hale-Bopp comet in 1997. She claimed the comet was a fraud designed to distract people from the other imminent collision, aka the Nibiru Cataclysm. When the comet proved to be one of the brightest and longest observed comets of the 20th century, Lieder simply removed both the refutation and the fraud claim. Unfortunately, the original page and claim can still be accessed through Google Archives. She claims she was chosen by the extraterrestrial to warn human beings of the impending doom of the interplanetary collision. Although Lieder only designated the planet as Planet X, this has since been widely conflated with the planet Nibiru, proposed by Zecharia Sitchin, that we will also talk about in this video. She originally predicted the cataclysm will occur in May of 2003. When the date passed without incident, Lieder claimed it was all a white lie and has since refused to disclose the real date. She claims that her refusal to disclose stems from a fear of governments declaring martial law that might stop people from leaving cities and dying. Lieder established Zeta Talk, a website dedicated to spreading her message about the impending doom. Number 9. Upside Down Earth. Needless to say, this event would have a disastrous impact on the Earth's environment, with some prophecies claiming it will result in a physical polar shift. Wait, just rewind that part a bit. We're not talking about a shift in the geomagnetic poles here. The cataclysm is supposed to physically shift the geography, north and south poles. One can only imagine the scale of destruction caused in Earth's environment. Or just watch Deep Impact or Asteroid vs Earth. Number 8. Questionable dates. Lieder's original prophecy claimed that the Nibiru Cataclysm would happen in May of 2003. But as the theory gained popularity with various internet groups interested in doomsday prophecies, and the earlier prediction dates passed with nothing marring our skies except the occasional meteor, so the dates kept changing. Most notably, it became associated with the belief around cataclysmic events, based on the end of the Mayan long calendar, predicted to occur around December 21st, 2012. Most recently, self-designed Christian numerologist David Mead claimed that the Nibiru Cataclysm would occur on September 23, 2017. Number 7. Debunked by science. The Nibiru Cataclysm idea has been labelled as pseudoscience and an internet hoax. For one thing, massive objects like a planet, even invisible to the naked eye and even to telescopes, will leave a footprint of impact in the orbital path of other planets. Nibiru's conception has often been conflated with science conjecture about the existence of other planets in the outer regions of our solar system, generally beyond Neptune. Despite a string of scientific and logical refutations, ever since from scientists and scientific institutions, including NASA, the idea has stayed and often crops up in the latest doomsday prophecy, with only the date of the Cataclysm event changing from one to the next. Number 6. NASA says, no way. NASA scientists and the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry (CSI) member David Morrison explained why the entire idea of Nibiru, or Planet X, is a myth in a 2009 article. Morrison wrote, "A large planet, or a brown dwarf, in our solar system would have been known to astronomers for decades, both indirectly from the gravitational perturbations on other objects and by direct detection in the infrared." The NASA Infrared Astronomy Satellite, IRAS, carried out the first all-sky survey in 1983, which, along with several subsequent surveys, would have seen Nibiru if it was there. Number 5. Zecharia Sitchin's 1976 book. As outlandish as LiDAR claims may seem, it resonates with people brought up on science fiction and even serious non-fiction literature that deals with extraterrestrial origins of life on Earth. In fact, the name of the planet, Nibiru, itself originated in Zecharia Sitchin's 1976 book, The 12th Planet, and its sequels. Sitchin's interpretation of Sumerian mythology insisted on the existence of an undiscovered planet beyond Neptune with a long, elliptical orbit that takes nearly 3,600 years to complete one round of our solar system. Nibiru's collision with Tiamat, yet another hypothetical planet between Mars and Jupiter, led to the creation of Earth itself. Number 4. The Advanced Alien Race. Sitchin interpreted the Sumerian belief system about the solar system that included all 8 planets, the Sun and the Moon and, last but not least, Pluto. His conception of Nibiru as the 12th planet also involved the inclusion of an apex extraterrestrial race called the Anukais, who are far more technologically advanced than human beings. These creatures travelled to Earth, Africa to be specific, in search of minerals, especially gold, and treated us like the colonies of later English and French. Apparently, hailing from a completely different planet did not increase the probability of being rich in this rare metal for the Anukais. Number 3. The Anukais created humans. The similarity between us lowly humans and the Anukais don't end there. Even they had dissatisfied workers in labour strikes, so the rank-and-file worker Anukais sent to Earth mutinied against working conditions, and Enkai, an ancient Sumerian god, had to step in to suggest the development of primitive workers through genetic engineering of extraterrestrial genes with Homo erectus. This led to the creation of a race of slaves to work in the gold mines called Homo sapiens, i.e., us. Number 2. Godly Kings. The Anukais are even credited with the invention of kingship, wherein the human kings essentially served as the intermediaries between the races of humans and that of the gods, i.e. the Anukai. Sitchin claims his research is supported even by biblical texts, and that biblical texts do, in fact, step from Sumerian literature. And number 1. Sitchin also says, no way. Sitchin never appreciated his concept of Nibiru being conflated with LiDAR's claims. So much so that in 2007 he published a book called The End of Days, wherein he categorically stated that Nibiru last passed by Earth in 556 BC. Given the theoretical planet's long 3,600-year orbit, this would mean that Nibiru would come close to Earth only around AD 2900. If nothing else, we can safely say that, at least according to Sitchin, Nibiru is a long way off from us for now. That is, if it even exists. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to get notified about all our cool upcoming videos.